I'm really glad we got to talk. Thank you for offering your time. But before we even get started, I just saw there was a big announcement that had to do with the National Wrestling Alliance. Would you care to share any information on it?
Sure. This kind of broke today, a little earlier than I think we even planned on it coming out. But there is a big concert, big music festival that'll be happening in Mexico City. It's called the World is a Vampire Festival. The headlining act will be the Smashing Pumpkins. There's a number of other musical acts as well. Also, part of that festival will be the National Wrestling Alliance versus AAA. Still trying to work out the details on exactly how people would be able to enjoy that, stateside, whether it would be a pay-per-view or if it would something we'd stream on our YouTube channel or through FITE, or if it would even be streamed at all. Maybe it's something that we could just, keep for the 50,000 fans that are going to be in a soccer stadium. So it's still being worked out as to exactly how everything's going to work out and who's going to be on the show. And but it's kind of showing that, the international reach that the National Wrestling Alliance has. And I mean, people have seen that, for decades, and the relationships that the NWA, it says National Wrestling Alliance, but when you take a look at all the different territories internationally and the relationships that the NWA has had, particularly with Japan, and then a lot of other territory areas, you could say, in Europe, and the history that has to go along with that. And of course, in Mexico as well. So there's a long history of, cooperation and fun that we have with our friends over at AAA. And for us to be able to put on a show in Mexico City coming up this March, I'm very excited for it. I'm excited to see how this is going to roll out and exactly all the big announcements that'll be made there as NWA takes on AAA. So it'll be kind of interesting to just kind of go into their hometown, into their territory, and see what kind of wrestling we could put together for it. So a lot of things are still in play as far as the details on how it's all going to work out. But if you follow the NWA on social media, we'll probably be having a series of live announcements, leading up to that. But I mean, even before then, we're having our first live Powerrr at the end of January, and we're going to have a pay-per-view in February as well. So we've got a lot of big shows coming up to kickstart the 2023 for the NWA.